Week 2 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Colts and the Falcons, next on Madden Football.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud somehow. This place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be...
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Here comes Johnson on the return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback. Big hold of the 30, and all the way up to the 37-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Trucks over him, and getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. Fights through it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
44 yards rushing for him now on his first 2 carries of the ball game. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
He'll try again. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Wentz now on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mack. Mack's got the first down and then some. And down right around the 37. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. On the give, this is Mack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Now Wentz. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Colts, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers his team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Thompson. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Menu narration option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to off. Entering settings screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Returning it, Johnson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now Thompson. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On first down, Thompson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try?
Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. Pass midfield, look out. Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Colts.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach, his head coach, to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Wright's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On the run, it's Fournette. Running right through him. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. A handoff to Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On third down, Fournette. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's Mack to get it again on second down, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Open man right side, Myers. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
On second and 9, Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. From the gun, Thompson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Looking to throw. Thompson. And it's complete. Right back to Ridley. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw taken in by Watkins here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And Wentz not going to take the snap here. Instead, he turns and calls a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. It's complete. He's got Gronk. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Again, it's Wentz. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. So here are the Colts to take over. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run by Mack. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Mack to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Wynn's going to try and throw on 3rd. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Colts send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. On the return, Johnson. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Thompson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Carson Wentz and the Colt offense ready to go back to work. They haven't had to rely so much on the passing game. It's really been a team effort in the running game that's kept them successful and has them in the lead.
I like that, too, the team effort, because when I was growing up, one guy carried the football, right? You stuck it in his chest 20 to 30 times a game, and he was the heavy volume, heavy dose guy. Now, you spread it around, different people touching it, and in this game, it's proven to be effective.
And spreading the wealth has been very effective. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. On first down, Wentz. Dumps this one off to Mack. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He stiff arms him. And now running right through him. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Throwing on first is Wentz. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. This to the outside for Mack. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. They'll run with Fournette. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now Thompson looking to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. The tight end David Njoku, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Flush to his right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And we'll see if he opts for a heavier dose of running plays, because running is where they've had more success than in the passing game.
And the way they've spread it around to different people running it as well. It's not just been one principal guy who's carried the thing and moved the game forward for them. Whoever has touched it has given him good yardage. I think he's going to stay with that game plan. It takes the pressure off of him as a thrower.
And a team effort, and they're winning on the scoreboard. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They go right back to Mack. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Here's Wentz to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Let's go. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 99 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll run with Mack. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Here's Thompson. Complete to right. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Back now here on EA Sports. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Thompson. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Thompson. He finds his man, complete. It's right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! Oh, yeah. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground with Mack. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's Thompson to throw on 2nd down. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Fournette, a 1st down carry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd down, back to Fournette. Able to power through. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Thompson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll go with a keeper. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from a yard out. And And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 7. And the Colts coming out now. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Johnson on the return. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise? Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going. Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay. Yeah, in this case. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass. Thompson now on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make. And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So out come the Falcons now. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. To throw is Thompson, throwing after the interception. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. Thompson, open man here, Schwartz, complete. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Looking to throw. Thompson. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw. He completes it to Ridley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Back to throw. Thompson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being